Today, I'll be doing a presentation on the Flint water crisis. In March of 2013, the City Council in Flint voted 7-1 to stop buying water from Detroit. That day, it was decided the water source for the city would be changed. The crisis started on April 25th of 2014. On that day, the city of Flint in Michigan changed the source of their water from Lake Huron going through Detroit to the Flint River. Because why not source your water directly? There are several answers to that question. But the main issue of the Flint River was actually how Flint handled slick roads in the winter. Similar to most northern cities in the U.S., Flint applied salt to the roads during the winter to keep the ice from freezing over. Come springtime, when all that snow and ice melts, it leads to a sort of runoff with that ice, which would now be water. That water flowed downhill into the Flint River. The salt from the roads being added to the river led to increased chloride levels, which made the water itself far more corrosive than it should have been. So when the water source was switched from the clean Lake Huron to the corrosive Flint River, it led to disaster. The increased chloride actually corroded the iron water pipes, which were lined with lead, leading to the small issue of every drop of water in this city of Flint becoming non-potable. Now we fast forward a little to 2016. In January of 2016, the source was switched back to Lake Huron, but the corroded pipes still were used, which, as you can guess, didn't fix the issue. So on the 16th, they issued a state of emergency. Now we fast forward just to that October, and people were still being warned not to drink the water, although they were told at that point it could be drank if it was run through a powerful filter. In this case, powerful means an NSF, International Approved Filter, and not a Brita water filter. Now, knowing people sometimes being a little stubborn, people still drank the water. It led to them developing many problems. Behavioral, psychological, and even physical. 54% of homes reported they had at least one child with health issues after drinking the water. Now I'd like to back up a little bit. In the summer of 2016, not only was all of the United States made aware of the water crisis, but so was the rest of the world. Returning for her second run at the Olympic Games, female boxer Claressa Shields, who grew up in Flint, dyed her hair blue, and her blue highlights was on full display in the finals of the Olympic tournament, which she won. This brought the Flint water crisis to light. Shields wore her hair blue yet again later that year when she transitioned from amateur boxing to professional. She has consistently had blue hair since 2016 to raise awareness. As a side note, her hair is still dyed blue today. Following this boost in awareness, in 2017, the city of Flint decided they'd be replacing all the lead-lined pipes with brand new copper water pipes. And to thank Claressa Shields for bringing the issue to light, the street she grew up on underwent a name change. Spencer Street is now Claressa Shields Street. Now we'll fast forward to 2020. This was the year Flint's local government promised the crisis would finally be over. After 6 whole years, the nightmare should be over, except for one small problem. Thousands of homes and businesses still had water they couldn't drink, which is a problem. This means that people still couldn't even really bathe using their shower. Bottled water purchased from a supermarket had to be used for everything. Not only did many citizens not have clean water, but those that did still had destroyed yards with uprooted plants, exposed water pipes, and destroyed sidewalks. And the citizens made their feelings known, bringing the issue up in court multiple times. With issue upon issue piling up, eventually this problem was brought to the attention of the federal court system. Judge David M. Lawson finally gave the order that the city of Flint needs to have repaired the yards of its citizens, as well as replace all the city's pipes by August of 2023, because Flint still doesn't have clean water today. I personally visited Flint back in September of 2022. While I was there, their water of the river was still discolored, and when I went to dinner at a restaurant that will remain unnamed with a group of friends, I ordered water with my meal. I didn't receive a glass. I was given a bottle of water, because it wasn't safe to drink the water from their sink. The bathroom had hand sanitizer in it because you couldn't even wash your hands due to the contaminated water. To put it into perspective relative to a person, I turned 23 this year. The last time Flint had clean water, I was in 8th grade.